Unleash the power of knowledge and connect with the heartbeat of the African diaspora. Download our African Diaspora News Channel app now on Google Play and Apple App Store. Stay informed with authentic and diverse perspectives, breaking news, and cultural insights. Immerse yourself in a community that celebrates unity, resilience, and progress. Experience the vibrancy of the diaspora at your fingertips. Don't miss out. Empower your perspective today. Search African Diaspora News Channel and join the conversation. My name is Naledi Mfoloe, and it is my absolute pleasure to welcome you to the latest edition of the African Diaspora News Channel, where we unravel the stories that shape our world and our community. Now, as a Black South African, it's hard not to feel a deep sense of anger and betrayal reading about the human trafficking case involving these 7 Chinese nationals. Now, in 2019, the police uncovered a trafficking ring operating right under our noses, and horrific conditions endured by 91 Malawian nationals, including 37 children, and a glaring reminder of the reality that many undocumented or vulnerable workers face. I'm not shocked, but I'm disgusted, because the fact that victims were subjected to 12-hour workdays for wages well below the legal minimum, or that they had to endure physical injuries from improper training and unsafe working conditions, this is a sickening reminder of the exploitation that continues to happen on our very soil. And it's nothing short of modern-day slavery. We need to call it what it is. But what's even worse is the psychological and emotional toll that it's taken on these workers. That should never be accepted, not in South Africa and not anywhere in the world. Because what really gets to me is how the traffickers treated these people as though they were nothing more than disposable tools, denying them basic human rights, like using the bathroom or even having the freedom to actually leave the factory. It's inhumane to the core, and it stinks to know that the authorities only intervene after these people had been subjected to such cruelty for such a long time.
He said the reason why he cut his fingers is because he wanted to remove stuff which blocked the wheel of the machine from turning. He said the fingers got cut because they were not provided with gloves. He was taken to hospital. Mr. Chen is the one who gave instructions that he be taken to hospital. He was taken to Johannesburg Hospital and was accompanied by a dog. He consulted a doctor. Then the wound was stitched after 4 days. He was admitted to Johannesburg Hospital for a month. He called his relatives who came to pay him a visit at the hospital. None of the accused ever bothered to come pay him a visit while in hospital. He was discharged and went back to beautiful city. On arrival, he slept until the following day. He woke up and went to see Mr. Chen. He informed him that he is back in the factory. Mr. Chen did not say anything to him. He then went to see accused number 1. He explained to him that he was booked off by a doctor and that he was back at work. Accused number 1 refused that he should stay within the premises of the factory since he was not working.
And the part about the 10 Rand incentive for working on Sundays on top of forced work on public holidays is just infuriating. Because this isn't just about bad business, but it's a calculated system of abuse. And what frustrates me even more is how this case highlights the bigger problem of human trafficking in South Africa. These traffickers prey on vulnerable people who don't have many options. And it's part of a much larger problem of exploitation that affects both foreigners and locals, especially those who are marginalized or desperate. And let's not forget that our very own people sometimes find themselves victims of the very similar schemes. So this situation is a wake up call to all of us. And don't even get me started on the fact that the accused were Chinese nationals. I'm honestly so tired of the narrative that foreign nationals can come into Africa, exploit our people, and get away with it. Because this isn't just a South African problem, this is a global issue. But in our country, we need to hold people accountable. No one should be allowed to come into this country, treat people like animals, and get away with it, especially when it's often our very own brothers and sisters who are the victims. And as the Johannesburg High Court hands down its judgment today, I really hope that they do justice for these victims. They really deserve far more than just a slap on the wrist for the people who did this to them. They deserve support, and above all, they deserve justice for what they've endured. And for those traffickers, I hope they face the full extent of law because they clearly have no regard for human dignity or basic rights. And we can't turn a blind eye on those atrocities anymore. These are the same kinds of issues we faced under apartheid, where the exploitation of people was normalized. So we need to ensure that as a nation, we eradicate such practices and make it clear that human trafficking has no place in South Africa. What are your thoughts on this? Let's continue the conversation in the comment section. I really want to hear your opinion on this matter. And while you're at it, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. That's it from me. Till